Hello everybody, welcome to a special edition of Farming Simulator 17. I'm Tenacious Viking, your farmer host. Well, the Big Bud Pack is out, and I've heard some people say, is it worth the $14.99 in US dollars? And so I thought I would show you what's in the Big Bud Pack. So here we go. We're just going to do this from the purchase screen, but at the end I am going to buy one of the pieces from the pack. We're just going to go to brands because that's the easiest way to get to everything. And of course, the thing most people know about and are the most interested in are the Big Bud tractors themselves. Look at these behemoths. The small one, the 450, is 500 horsepower, 2,000 liters of fuel it holds. It costs $620 a day just to have that one. $225,000 to buy. The 747 is $405,000, but it gets you 1,100 horsepower. That ought to do anything you can imagine. 3,700 liters of gas costs $780 a day to run it. Those are expensive. You better have a big farm and have a lot of income coming in to support that kind of equipment. And I'm not sure what kind of map you should have. Obviously, you want a big map to play, but I'm not sure which one is the best. We may have to look at that later on as well. The nice thing about the Big Bud Pack is that everything that's in it is identified in the purchase screen. So the next one is the Brochard, a manure spreader that holds 70,000 liters, 15-meter swath. Manure, I like using manure and sludge, but the manure spreaders especially, you make one round and you got to go back and fill up. This one eliminates that problem. I think you can cover a good piece of even a large field with 70,000 liters. So this will be my manure spreader of preference in the future because I'm endlessly frustrated by anything smaller than that. Next we have, and I got to get to it here, the Flexicoil, which is a cultivator that has a 24-meter width. Takes a 500 horsepower tractor. It's going to take the small Big Bud. But boy, that'll cover a lot of territory pretty quickly. So that's the Flexicoil. And then we have an interesting Great Plains. We already have a Great Plains sewing machine in the game, but the Big Bud Pack adds a large sewing machine with an 18.2 meter width. It plants everything. It does not fertilize, however. Now it works with the AGCO 650 and the SB700. I may have to look those up because I'm not familiar with what they are offhand. A lot of the things in the Big Bud Pack work with some other pieces and are identified as such, which is nice. So that's a huge sewing machine. I like a sewing machine that plants everything. I don't like that it doesn't do anything else. All right, the Gregoire Besson. That's my best attempt at French. The Big Bud Pack has two things. First, a trailer with a 3-point hitch for tractors without one. I'm thinking that most tractors have a 3-point hitch, but I may be wrong. Maybe I've been living, under a rock and don't realize that most tractors need a bigger hitch. So we'll have to see about that. That's fairly inexpensive if you need it, The plow is 10.5 meters. Not the biggest plow in the Big Bud Pack, I don't believe, but it's a big one. 550 horsepower. If you got the smaller Big Bud, that's the one you'd have to use, the Gregoire Besson. Then next is the Hotzenbichler, which is a sewing machine. 18 meters. It does not plant corn and sunflowers, but it does fertilize. And as you see, the TH1400. You can add a tank behind it. Now, see, this does not give you a capacity. So I don't know if this holds anything or not. You may have to have that. I would factor that into your budgeting in case you have to have this to actually be able to use it. Because it doesn't really tell you here if it holds anything on its own. I'm assuming not, since it doesn't say that. And then finally we have the way back here somewhere, the Seed Hawk, which is a 25.6 meter sewing machine. Two rounds there, and down and back you can plant a whole field, pretty much, I would think. I wonder if you can even plant that big field in U.S. Hill with this. That would be fun to try. I may have to cheat some money into my U.S. Hill map and try that. Again, you can get an additional tank that'll hold 34.5 liters. And this doesn't say it holds anything. It does fertilize, but it does not plant corn and sunflowers. However, the tank says it holds that, which is mystifying. Perhaps there will be another sewing machine coming up that will plant corn and sunflowers, and you can use the same air cart for. So those are all the contents of the Big Bud pack, at least that I have noticed. And I went through this fairly quickly, but I think I'm accurate. So let's go back to the tractors. And I'm not going to save this, but I got enough money in this. This is a cheat world that I use, it's Goldcrest Valley, but it's a cheat world. Just to try out equipment and to try some things in. So I'm going to buy this big tractor and see what it's like. Twin wheels, standard. Triple wheels? Well, we might as well, huh? No, but yes. I should have just leased it, brought it back. But I'm not going to save this anyway, so. All right, let's get through. This is a big world. I bought a lot of these fields because I cheated in the money to buy them. So I have a lot of big fields here. This would be a fun place to use this big equipment, but it's not very realistic. I'd probably have to either sell some equipment or cheat in a bunch of stuff to buy most of it. We have quite an operation going here, as you notice. Not making enough money because I started out with a lot more money than this, and started out with nothing, and I still have most of it left. Oh my gosh! Oh, I have a conveyor there too. This is huge. I don't even know where to go with this. Let me see what it's got for lights. Does it have beacons? No beacons. Hope nobody wants to turn in here. I guess you don't need beacons when you're this big. If anybody can't see you, they're blind and shouldn't be driving. Oh, see, now we... This takes up the entire street. I just want to get into a field quickly so that I don't run over anybody. Look at this huge tractor, and look at the detailing on this. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh gosh, that was kind of scary because, man, look at this thing. This is huge. That's awesome. You know, I wasn't sure I was going to like the Big Bud. I'm not into big, powerful tractors. I don't need that in my life. But this is really awesome. Oh my goodness. Let me hop back in again and take a look inside the cab. Oh, look at that. That's the swankiest cab I have seen. There's a monitor there, so you probably can see the equipment because you. Oh my goodness! Actually, you know, the equipment is going to be fairly close, which is a cool design. 42 levers that I wouldn't know what to do with. This is sweet. Not sure what that's all about. Is that a camera too? Huh, maybe it is. My goodness. Does it have flashers? Yeah, oh, yes, it does. Those are bright flashers too. Doesn't have rear flashers though, does it? Huh. Wish it weren't the middle of the night so I could see this better, but it's a pretty good look at it. Well, let's see what it can do. top speed of 18. Well, 19. Okay. I suppose I ought to have some lights on for navigating. Wow, you scare the entire county. If I bought this for Goldcrest Valley, I'd have to keep it on this side of the highway because I wouldn't really dare cross it. I'd be running over things and crushing cars. And I'm not sure that I would get the triple tires. I don't think I'd even get double tires because I don't know that it adds to the usability that much. I mean, I don't know, but I don't think so. But it does make it more difficult to navigate. I'd never get across that bridge here. Where is that bridge? There's no way it'll fit across that. I'm not even sure I could get up to Mary's farm from here. I think it's a little too narrow for it. So that's a limiting factor. You know, Westbridge Hills, it would work really well in, but we don't have that in 17 yet, to my knowledge. So... the manure spreader, the sewing machines, I think those are awesome. The plows, love to get. Plowing is still, you know, kind of drudgery. It takes a while. I think one of the sewing machines could be used without a plow and cultivator as well. Yeah, see, there's no way you will ever get across that. I assume it wouldn't even go, right? It just wouldn't even try it. Oh, went over the sign. Yeah. See it? It won't. I'd take the whole bridge out with me. I already took the sign out, so that's not gonna work. Let me check. Which one it was? Seed. Oh, maybe it was the Seed Hawk that could work without a plow. Yes, the Seed Hawk sewing machine. You can sow fields. This machine offers the possibility to seed directly. No previous cultivating or plowing necessary. And you can fertilize as you plant. So despite the limitation that you can't do corn and sunflowers, you can do all these other grains, soybeans. You can plant soybeans till you're blue in the face. You can just constantly harvest and plant with no steps in between, and crank out soybeans on a couple of huge fields. That would be cool. That may be the one thing I would buy for this test world of mine. And just do some direct planting and see how that works, because I think that would be awesome. So there's a couple of things. Boy, this planter, the manure spreader, and the tractor itself are just absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Well, let me know in the comments what you think. If you want to see more about some of this equipment and how it works, let me know, and I'll find a way to make a video. I'll cheat in some money if I have to buy some stuff, but I might try that sower and this tractor without the three wheels, just to see how it works and to see how much more efficient that is, because I think it'll be great. Plus, it's a lot of fun, and that's what Farming Simulator is supposed to be. Remember that? Remember when it was used to be fun, and we didn't have to worry about whether there were mods and consoles and whether there were any John Deeres available and things like that. We could just have a lot of fun. That's what I like to. Ooh, there's the camera for the monitor. Yeah, I want to see that in action. I wonder if that actually works. I suppose. I got a lot of questions. Hopefully I answered some questions for you, but I have a lot more. And if you have some others too, let me know, and I'll try to create a video for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to watch Farming Simulator 17 in Goldcrest Valley with myself and Rick 9G. We post Thursday mornings. We both post our videos at the same time, and you got to watch them both because we do different stuff, and then we have a lot of fun babbling and in the meantime, because we're there, so we might as well talk to each other and have some fun. Thanks again for watching, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and watch for more Farming Simulator 17 and a lot of other games coming up.